What's up? What's up? I'm Aphrodite Rose Starfire. Welcome to my channel. I needed to document the injustice of the U.S. federal court system. And it's just con artistry and financial rape and coercion. Hi, Zeus Scott. Hey guys. So I just had to come on here and tell everybody what just happened. As you guys know, if you follow me, I recently got a bimbo bread truck, a step van, kind of looks like a FedEx van or FedEx truck. And I took it out for the first time to BLM land close by, and I researched it all of where I could, go on the land and everything. Anyways, when I was there, the ranger was called and came out less than, we got there like at maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The ranger showed up 10 a.m. maybe the next day, so was there like a little over 12 hours, not even 24 hours there. It was on a BLM road. The gate was unlocked. We were able to open the gate and drive in on the road, which we saw other vehicles accessing. Anyways, the ranger first said he was going to let us go and then gave me a citation. I scolded him for being un-American. I said this is BLM land. I explained to him that it was marked public road on the website, on the BLM website. He didn't care. He said it was federal warrant if I don't take care of it. So this is the ticket. It's a $180 ticket. Okay, so then I received this notice that I have a court date tomorrow, May 19th at 9 a.m. in the federal courthouse in Fresno, California. This is for the Eastern District. Because that was BLM land, it's federal land, even though it's land that I own, it's public land, I got a ticket for parking on public land. Granted, this was like we were watching vehicles with cattle coming in to like have their cattle graze on the public land, and this is marked as a public road on their website. So, and it's a place where you can actually camp. So anyways, so I was planning on going to the court and fighting it because I'm innocent. I have all this evidence. I have a recording of opening the gate with it being unlocked. And then of course I have the screenshots from the BLM website that the road that we were on is marked public. It's not special access or whatever. The ranger said that there was going to, like, they've been doing it by Zoom, but there's nothing on here about going in by Zoom or telecommuting or showing up, whatever. So I live over 50 miles away from the courthouse, okay? So round trip just to go to this court date is going to be 100 miles where I'm going to have to pay for the fuel. That's just to fight it. So I was going to have to go to the library to print out the screenshots of my evidence and then get in the car and be at the courthouse 50 miles away tomorrow at 9 in the morning. So what I did is I called. They want you to do it all like online. They just like have all these instructions on how to pay. Then you go online and it's like, it's really hard to get a phone number. Call a phone number. It's all automated. Like press 1 for hours, press 2 for blah, blah, blah. So I was able to get to a clerk's voicemail to request a continuation. And it said this is the first time requesting a continuation, you can do it by phone and the clerk will call you back in 24 hours. So I left a message like at like 11:50, and then I called back and left another message like 1 o'clock just to make sure it went through. And then I opened some more mail and I saw I got this letter. This is from the Office of the Federal Defender. And so this is like the federal defender lawyer that I guess is supposed to be my public defender. And it says United States versus Kimberly Nicole Kurtz. Hi, tinfoil hatter. And it says, Dear Sir or Madam, court records indicate that you have a court appearance on a federal citation ticket scheduled for Thursday, May 19th at 9 a.m. at the federal courthouse in downtown Fresno. The address, blah, 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 blah. Generally, there are 4 ways to respond to the citation. You can pay the amount listed on the citation by phone or online. If you choose this option, pay the citation in full by May 17th. You do not need to appear in court or in person. You can pay online or by phone, blah, blah. 2, if you choose to pay, you can also set up a payment plan up to 6 months with the clerk ahead of time. To do this, call blah, blah, blah before May 17th. If you are able to call and set up a plan ahead of time, you may not need to appear in person in court. If you'd like to set up a payment plan but do not do so before May 17th, you can appear in person on May 19th and ask the clerk to set up a payment plan. So again, they want you to show up in court, and this is 50 miles away. And I would have to like probably pay for parking for my car to park in the downtown area for this court, right? Option 3, if you'd like to contest the ticket, which I wanted to do, you can ask the court to set a future trial date when you appear in person on May 19th, 2022 at 9 a.m. Please note that the court will not hear argument, testimony, or any other evidence on May 19th. Instead, the court will schedule a future trial date in order to give you and the government time to prepare. The court generally will not appoint our office to represent you. Instead, you will be required to contest the ticket on your own. If you would like an attorney's assistance, you would be required to find, hire, and pay for an attorney on your own. Option 4, plead guilty to the charges and ask the court for a particular punishment or sentence. Please be aware that if you plead guilty, it will be a criminal conviction on your record. If you are considering this option, I highly recommend speaking with me beforehand. Again, while we generally will not get appointed to represent you, I can give you some general information. You can reach me by phone or email me at Gaya, it's Jaya Gupta. So I don't know if that's Gaya Gupta, Assistant Federal Defender. I don't know if that's a male or a female. I've never seen this name. It's obviously an Indian descent person, but Jaya, I don't know if that's male or female person. So I was planning on driving there, to represent myself with evidence, but apparently the court date for tomorrow is just to set a future court date. So that means I would have to drive at least 2 times to this Fresno courthouse, which is a 100-mile round trip. So that's guaranteed 200 miles that I would have to be driving with my car, wear and tear, with gas that's $6 a gallon now, probably will be $10 a gallon by the time my second court date comes around. And so what I do, and then there's like you know, it's supposed to be this Zoom option where like I'm supposed to be able to, you know, like there's nothing online that says like how I can set up Zoom or that's an option. It wasn't an option on this from the federal whatever defender. So I went ahead and called the federal defender number, and I talked to a really nice lady. She was really nice, and she was very helpful. And I said, I haven't heard back from I was requesting a continuance. I haven't heard back from the message I left earlier. I don't have enough money to afford fuel to attend my court date tomorrow. And I requested a continuance. And so I was like, can you check on it for me? So she's like, oh, okay. So she like puts me on hold, and I guess she talks to this lawyer person. She puts me on hold for quite a while, keeps on coming back and checks on me. She's really nice. And then she finally comes back and she's like, I'm so sorry. This is probably not the answer you want to hear. This is like a really horrible answer. But basically, they just told me that it's too late in the day to talk to the judge to request a continuance. And so basically, you should just pay the citation or find a way to show up tomorrow. And originally she's like, oh, I think you could just show up by Zoom. And I'm like, ma'am, I have tried to find a way to show up via Zoom, online, telecommunicate. There's no instructions on how to set up an online thing. And so when she came back with her answer, she's like, oh, I'm sorry that I told you about the Zoom thing. I guess that's not for people like you. That's only for people with lawyers that can show up by Zoom. I'm like, okay. So she's like, yeah, basically you have to pay the citation or find a way to show up tomorrow in court, which would mean when I show up tomorrow in court would just be to set a future date to show up again. So, and also the other thing is my car doesn't have up-to-date registration tags because I paid the registration on my car, but in California you have to get it smogged every once in a while. So my car's been dinged to get smogged and I haven't gotten it smogged yet. So even though I've paid the registration, they haven't sent me the stickers, up-to-date stickers from my car because I haven't got it smogged yet. So my car is very like available to get pulled over right now because it doesn't have an up-to-date sticker on the back, even though the registration is paid. It's very likely that I could get pulled over, and or if I was parked, you know, the downtown area where there's all the courts and everything, that I would get a ticket for not having a sticker on my car. So there's that too, of, you know, the possibility of having to pay more money if I drive all the way 50 miles away. So the lady's like, you know, this is what I guess she talked to this Gupta person, a lawyer that's supposed to be my defender. They said, yeah, it's too late to ask the judge. So either show up tomorrow or pay. Hang up with her. Right when I hang up with her, I get a call from, it says U.S. Courts. Pick it up. It's Patricia from Judge Boone. And so she's like calling me back from the first message I left. And she's like, I'm about to talk to Judge Boone about your case, as I guess because I don't have enough money for fuel to show up in court tomorrow. And she's like, okay, I'm going to talk to the judge right now. She's like, how about, can you show up for June 16th? That's the next day I do his schedule. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, June 16th. She's like, okay, I'll call you back. So that was like at like maybe 2 o'clock. And so I'm like waiting for this lady to call me back. Waiting. And I know like government offices, like they leave like when they're done when the clock runs, it's like they leave early. They leave like 4, 5. So it's like, now it's like 4:50. So I didn't get her phone number extension, so I had to call the Eastern District Federal Court number, get to the automated system. Then I'm like picking the extensions for the judges. I like go through the wrong system, then I had to call back and go through the right system. I hear Boone, Judge Boone, I click that, you know, just 2 for Boone. Like, so then it rings, some lady answers, it's Victoria. She's like, hi, it's Victoria. Like, hey, I'm looking for Patricia from Judge Boone. Like, she was supposed to talk to Judge Boone and see if my case can be put on a continuance because I can't make it tomorrow. She's like, I saw that request. You're Miss Kurtz, right? I saw your request. And she's like, oh, hold on. And she comes back and she's like, oh, well, basically, they did present your case to Judge Boone and they're going to deny your request for to reschedule. Your request is denied. So I guess like they weren't gonna call me and tell me, you know, that like like this Patricia lady never called me back. So so this Victoria lady saying, oh, the Judge Boone denied your request to reschedule your case, and even though they knew I didn't have money for fuel to get there, and this is supposed to just be to make a future date. So so this Victoria lady, and I was like, so if I pay my citation in full now, like, well, she's like, oh, this is what she said. She's like, so what you need to do is you need to email the federal defender. And she gave me the email for this Jaya Gupta person. And I'm like, yeah, I already talked to their office. And they basically told me that it was too late in the day to talk to the judge to request a continuance and that I should just pay the citation. And the lady's just like, well, all you have to do is email this person, Gupta, and they will try to request a continuance for you from the judge. And it's like 5 o'clock, like this person already denied me. So I doubt like me emailing them between now and tomorrow 9 a.m. they're going to like reschedule my court date when they already like had told me through the clerk that they weren't going to help me. So this Victoria lady, and I was like, to her, I was like, so if I pay my ticket, like, she's like, oh yeah, if you pay your ticket, it all disappears. Like, she's like, I still would email this lawyer Gupta and tell them that you paid your ticket just so they know tomorrow in court. But it's like, this person wasn't going to be there anyways to help me. And then I was like trying to tell this Victoria, I was like, yeah, because there is no Zoom option or anything. And she like talked over and she's like, yep, just send the email. Like she didn't want to hear anything about, like she was ready to go home for the day. So yeah, so I like stressed out about this all day and ended up just having to go to CVS and buy a gift card to pay the citation. So I went ahead and paid the citation, $180, even though I'm innocent. So yeah, it really sucks because it's like to fight this, I'm already out of pocket for the fuel. And I asked originally the first lady that helped me, and I'm like, do they ever, like if I win my case, do they ever reimburse you for like your time or like the wear and tear of your car or fuel reimbursement? She's like, that's a really good question. She's like, I don't think so. So yeah, so it's like, even though I'm innocent, I have to pay all this money up front to fight it. And now it's not even to say that I would win. Like, what if I drove all the way out there, paid for the fuel, 2 times driving out there at least? That's 200 miles on my car at like however money, like $10 a gallon of gas. And then say that they still want me to pay that, like they say I'm guilty anyways, like, and I lose. Like all of that time, that stress, and then I still have to pay the fine. It's just like, it makes it impossible. Like it just makes it so you have to pay the fine to make it go away. So and I can't really ignore it because even though I can't work as a healthcare worker right now because of I don't have this, I can't have like federal, like if I ever did need to get a job right away, like I can't have like federal warrants, like active federal crap on my record as a healthcare worker. Like that's, like it's so much hassle. Like the $180, it makes it so you just freaking pay it. Like every person, every level just told me to pay it. And it's like, wow, like if I lived next door to the courthouse, I guess that would be one thing. But it's such an inconvenience to have to go out there, and it's all in my expense. So yeah, if you guys want to help me out and join my Patreon channel, that would be awesome. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to be uploading new content. I've already uploaded lots of content there, but I will be loading my new Bimbo Bread Truck series and special content I have of like banned videos on YouTube. I have lots of stored live streams of YouTubers that later took off. That like they're embarrassed of their stuff and they took it off YouTube. I've like recorded a lot of that stuff. So I have like old footage of people's live streams that they were later took down. So I have like I have stuff on Flurburn, I have Devin Maggi, I have Jason Christopher stuff, I have Chalk Body Outline live streams. So yeah, that's like the like butthole of, and this is all like for me being on public land. This is all from me being on land that is owned by the United States citizens. Like this is supposed to be land I can access. This is land I could access. The gate was open. The land is marked as a public road. Like, I'm like so innocent on so many levels, but it's like they make you pay. It's so retarded. All right, what are you guys saying? Against the law, natural strange. Yeah. Yeah, how are we supposed to stand up against it though? And I couldn't believe, like literally the ladies were trying to help me, and this Judge Boone denied my request. And I told everybody it was because I couldn't afford the fuel. And they all know, like, what fuel costs right now. Like, and I said I lived over 50 miles away. And you denied the request. Like, the lady gave me a date. I could have gone June 16th. The judge says no. Like, there's no, and it seems pretty like, you know, like it's very uncommon that somebody would represent themselves on this $180 ticket. I think it's like 99% of people pay it because it's such a hassle to, like nobody wants to help you. Everybody just says pay it. Everybody just says pay it because that's the business, is to get you to pay the money to the system. So yeah, it's better, like I found it's better just to pay it than to show up in court, dress nicely, have to deal with my car possibly getting another ticket on it from the registration tags and the wear and tear on the car. And then again, like it would just be to set a future date. So that would be another guaranteed trip, if not another one or two. And they were never like accommodating with the Skype thing. Like they're supposed to be like, you know, oh, you can just show up. No, you can't just show up via Zoom or Skype or whatever. Hey, where'd the Kate of Gaia go? Kate of Gaia? I don't know what that means. Kate of Gaia. You know, like all of these, like, oh, you know, the straw man, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's all good and great. You know, oh, the legal maritime law. But what do you actually do when you get a ticket? Like, what do you actually, like, oh, don't show up in court. Oh, if you show up in court, you're representing your persona. Like, okay, like these are all people that don't get tickets. These are all people that are not dealing with the court system. Like, if you live far away from the court you're supposed to show up to, like, how are you, like, you know, it's all just this fluff that people are talking out of their ass. Because when you actually, like, when the legal system, Uncle Sam comes knocking on your door and you get citations and tickets and shit, like, they will arrest. That's like the door for them wanting to arrest you. Like, you just get that like little warrant put on you, now you're sealed the deal. Like, same thing with like mental illness. Like, once you just like put the mental illness tag on yourself, like, they're gonna be knocking on your door and putting you somewhere that you won't get a choice, because you told everybody you don't get a choice. So, I mean, in the email I sent this Gupta lawyer with my attachment receipt of the citation, I said, I'm innocent, but due to the fact that I can't afford to go, fuel to fight this, I'm going to pay the citation. But it's like total incompetence, total, like corruption. It's really fucked up. So yeah, I'm going to include my Patreon link. Excuse me, I'm going to make a commitment to go to the library tomorrow or the next day to upload more videos to Patreon, but I already have uploaded a lot of videos. I also wanted to make a commitment to anybody that joins Patreon. I already have it for my higher tiers, but I'll do a Skype or Zoom phone call, video call, phone call, whatever you like. So I'm offering to anybody, any new Patreon subscribers, even $1 a month. Everybody that subscribes new will get a phone call from me, video phone call if they like, and we can become friends and chat. So yeah, I'm gonna get off. I just had to document this total injustice and being financially raped up the butt after dealing with this all day. Yeah, it's the Central Violations Bureau, CVB, centrally violated. I've been centrally violated. Ooh, I had to pay my dues. Oh, you like that? Oh, you like my Jane Doe? You like my Jane Doe? So I'm gonna like mourn my $180. Please consider contributing via Patreon. I have lots of new videos there. I love you all. Please subscribe to my other backup channel, Alchemy. I have videos there that you probably haven't seen. Thanks, guys. Bye.